Okay, welcome everyone. My name is Joey Schugel. I'm the Director of Park and Recreation for the City of New Ulm, and this is something new we're going to try. It's going to be around a monthly topic of all things Park and Rec related. We're looking for a super cool name for this segment, and so once we get to the end, we'll give you some contact information, and if anyone has a great idea what to call this, we'd love to hear from you because you probably have some great ideas. So far, we haven't come up with anything good. But today I have Liz Malloy with me, which we'll get into her story in a little bit and what she does for our department. But kind of wanted to talk about the format of this show. As mentioned, we're going to talk about all things Park and Rec related. We're going to try to bring in different staff to get to know them and really find out what they do for our department and the community as a whole. And then also give you some timely updates on cool things happening in parks or recreation and our facilities and what's out there to either get involved with or enjoy in our community. So looking to have a really fun kind of short segment each month for you to enjoy. So as I mentioned, we have Liz Malloy with us today. And Liz, will you kind of tell everyone first off what your position is and what that means and all the different things that you do for our department?
Yeah, so as the program supervisor, I get to plan all the programs and events that go on in all of our different facilities and parks throughout the year. So we have some regulars like the youth sports, adult leagues, and then special events throughout the year, Skate with Santa, Floating Pumpkin Patch, and get to be out in the community and see people in all aspects of Park and Rec.
Great. And Liz, how long have you been with our department?
I am finishing my 5th summer, so almost 6 years, but this is my 5th summer. So.
Great. And for people at home hearing summer, here at Park and Rec, we don't just work summers. Liz is super busy all year round.
Yes.
So this is, you're all coming up on your 6th year or
Yep.
finishing your 6th year?
Yep.
So Liz, talk about kind of some of the unique things that you're in charge of outside of not only just our programs and events. You know, people think of probably T-ball and the sports you mentioned, but what else do you do?
Yeah, so I get to help with the Herman Monument, and we provide the staff for that so it can be open all summer long for people and through the fall weekends. And then the warming house, if that opens, and we have ice at Harmon Park, as well as like open skates and some of those other programs and facilities.
Awesome. So Liz does a ton of things for our department, you know, and programs morph, change, or even stay the same because they're super successful. But and part of that is getting the word out. So talk about, like, a big part of your job is that marketing and promotional piece. So people out there, if they're seeing a lot of the cool advertisements and stuff like that, there's a pretty good chance that Liz had a part in that.
Yeah, so it always kind of starts with a brochure for the upcoming season, and putting all those activities, events, and getting pictures at those events to use for each year, because pictures are always nice and helpful to see. And then flyers, going on the radio show, getting to do a bunch of those things to help promote. And then our social media and kind of helping spread the word, whether we're looking for coaches or participants, just getting the word out.
Great. So we're sitting here at the end of July right now, and going to talk about a lot of things in August and leading into the fall here. But before we go that far, I do want to touch on one more big part of your job, and is really hiring. You hire a huge number of staff, and a lot of times a big portion of that are maybe people's first time positions. So you're really, you know, guiding them through their employment and have younger employees, but also have experienced employees. But talk about, you know, there's certainly times of year when we have more employees under you, but year round, you hire a lot of different people. So
Yeah.
talk about that process and how people could apply for jobs with us.
Yeah, so summer is our biggest one. This summer has been the biggest staff I've had at almost 30 total staff. So it's exciting. They get to work a lot of different areas, so you don't only have to be a T-ball coach or only work Herman. You can work a wide variety of things. And then throughout the school year, this year we'll have our after-school program, and then we'll have flag football or adult league coordinators. So there's really a wide variety. We hire as young as 14, so 14 and 15-year-olds. So getting them in their first job, teaching them just kind of the basics of having a job and how that works. And it's a really rewarding part of the job, is getting to have those kids, some of them high school, get them all the way through college graduation, and watching the growth and helping them and just kind of being there as a mentor for them.
Right. So if people are sitting out there wondering, well, how do I know if a job's open or a position's open? They can go to the City of New Ulm website, and there's an employment tab, and all of our positions will be on that tab.
Yep.
And again, year-round employment, we have certainly times of the year where that fluctuates, but for sure year-round employment. All right, so I mentioned fall, but let's talk as we're getting towards the end of summer. Again, this is the end of July today. Let's just do a quick recap on summer and kind of how programs went. Have we been busy and things like that? And maybe is there anything upcoming yet for the next few weeks of August?
Yeah, so we very busy, very full summer. We have youth sports, we have t-ball, soccer, sand volleyball, agility and games, which is a really fun, unique program. We offer day camps for 2.5 to 3 hours a day, Monday through Thursday, and that's nice. It has flexible scheduling. You can pick what you want. And then, the Herman Monument, the open skates, the children's theater is one that's summer only, and that's special. And then Puppet Wagon and Wreck on the Go are definitely summer hits.
Awesome. So Liz did touch on a couple of those things that you don't have to register for. So we offer almost all summer long Puppet Wagon shows. Hopefully you're out there and have seen the Puppet Wagon out. It's been around. We have to figure this out. We have to do some history on the Puppet Wagon on when it actually started, but it's been around for a long time.
Yes.
And that continues to go strong. And then Liz also touched on Wreck on the Go, which is a free program where our staff brings different unique experiences to different locations, usually city parks throughout the community, where anyone can come and enjoy different activities for the day. So those schedules can be found where, Liz?
On our website. Yep, that's the easiest place to go find any of our information on programs or free events and activities.
Right, and Liz has even branched out and is getting Wreck on the Go and Puppet Wagon at some community events. That if you're attending those, you'll see as well. All right, finally, fall.
Yes.
We've put it off for this long, so tell people what they can expect with fall programming, when registration starts, kind of when they should start looking to get signed up for things.
Yeah, so the brochure is out. Registration starts Wednesday, July 31st. So that's coming up here pretty quick. We have some regulars. We have youth football, swim lessons, youth volleyball. The adult leagues are also in there. So we have adult racquetball, volleyball, and then we have adult tennis, which will be hitting their second year. And then youth tennis will offer again starting in November. And that will be the first fall of youth tennis. We started that last winter. So coming up on their first year, and then special events. So floating pumpkin patch, skate with Santa, which is crazy to think about already. And then we will have our second annual Great Painted Pumpkin contest again this year. So you get to register, sign up. We provide everything. You come decorate a pumpkin, and then we have a contest for winners.
Great. And registration can all happen from either your phone or computer without assistance. We can certainly provide assistance at the rec center, but registration opens when?
Wednesday, July 31st.
Okay, and goes on, depending on the program, will go on through the fall.
Definitely through August. Most
Great.
things will start after Labor Day.
Great. So make sure to get signed up early for fall programming at the City of New Ulm Park and Rec Department. Next, we wanted to update you just on a few different projects that are going on that are Parks and Recreation related. First of all, the German Park Fountain. So the fountain over the years is a staple down at German Park within the Flower Garden, and the fountain behind the scenes has been leaking over a number of years. And our maintenance staff does a fantastic job ensuring that that fountain's running and really a centerpiece of German Park that brings so many people from our community down there, but also visitors from all over down to German Park. So if someone's in New Ulm, they're probably hitting Herman Monument, maybe Shell's Brewery, and German Park, I think, would be three places most people are hitting when they get to New Ulm. So that project looked like we had to redo the base of that project and then also put a new liner down to ensure that the fountain would last for a long time. So that just opened back up as of the end of July. We are having a few mechanical issues because it's been down. So if you're down there, you might see the fountain not on, but that is not due to this project, but it might be just some mechanical work until we can get that up and running. But it should be on down at German Park for the next time you're down there as well to enjoy. Next one, the battery building. So the New Ulm battery is New Ulm, I guess to say a staple would probably cut that a little short. They've been around as long as the town's been around, and they needed a new storage building. So their new storage building is almost complete. The shell is up, some of the interior work's getting done, the garage door's on, and just needs some electrical, and some of that battery building is on the Trap Range site out by the New Ulm compost site. If you're thinking about that area behind MR Paving, and that building's looking really great for the New Ulm battery to store their equipment. They're that heavily utilized. They're always out at different events. One of their big ones coming up will be Herman Fest that we'll probably talk on next month. That happens at Harmon Park. But excited for the battery building, and they are very excited to have that project completed here very soon. One thing Liz knows about a lot here and has seen a huge growth in is our outdoor pickleball court replacement project at Lincoln Park. So have you heard about pickleball, Liz, at all?
No,
Not at all.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. So pickleball is still the fastest growing sport in the United States and all over the world, really. And we've identified that the Lincoln pickleball courts were resurfaced 6 years ago, and they were resurfaced on top of old tennis courts, 2 tennis courts that turned it into 6 pickleball courts. And the concrete was original to those tennis courts, and it was time to do a full-on project with the pickleball courts. So we're happy to announce that the project is complete. We believe we're going to have some of the best courts around. The surfacing is much different than it was. It's a 7-layer surface. When you're on it, you can kind of feel some cushion on it, so it's better for joints and just that impact play that people see, but won't sacrifice a bounce. So it's really unique surfacing, and we're really excited to get that open. I know our different pickleball groups and just people are itching to get started. So that just opened at a couple days ago here at the end of July. And then one more thing I wanted to touch on, our veterans group has been really interested in making some additions to the Vietnam Veterans Memorial at German Park. And that's a very unique and central part of German Park now, since that Vietnam Veterans Memorial has been added down there. But the addition to that project is adding some flagpoles and some lighting and really enhancing that even more. And that project we're hoping to get completed this fall yet, but that has been approved by City Council, so hopefully see something in the next month or two, and we'll give you an update on here. So that's our project updates. As we go throughout this, we talked about hearing from the public. So we'd love to hear from the public on what they'd like to see, or if they have questions related to Park and Rec activity. One of the things we can talk about maybe in the future is trees in parks. We unfortunately see a lot of emerald ash borer throughout our parks. Maybe that's an update we'll have in the future. But if there's any questions out there, best way to contact us is the City of New Ulm website we've talked about. There's a Park and Rec tab on there. You can go right to that, and you can contact us directly through there. Or Rec Center is always, we office out of the Recreation Center. That's another great way to, if you're in, stop in, and we'd love to hear from you there. Liz, where can we hear about other updates outside of our website? I think you talked about social media a little bit. How do you get to our page and what's on there?
Yeah, so you can find us on Facebook, New Ulm Park and Recreation, and we update that the most regularly. And then we have also started Instagram. So we're still working on that one, but we're getting updates posted in both places.
Oh boy,
So.
Instagram's over my head, so I have to figure out what that is, but I'll have to figure that one out. But I hear it's people are into it, so
Yes.
I'm sure that's why we're going that route. Great. So that's kind of what we planned today. Liz, thanks for joining me today. Again, if you have a great name for this, we'd love to hear from you. Otherwise, we'll see you next month. Thank you.